Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening. My name's Cody. I'm your conscious soul reader. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are already YouTube subscribers, those of you who are brand new, I appreciate your curiosity. And if you need a book of personal reading, everything's going to be in the description box of this video, taking you to my website, where you will also notice I'm booking mentorships. Those have been going fantastic. I appreciate everybody for trusting my guidance, truly. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All the way at the bottom, you'll notice my other platforms where I go live and post content all the time. You recognize them, give me a follow. All right, let's get started. Let's get clarity. Let's see what this big hurry is. Why have you lost your patience? Got the Empress at the bottom. Some of you may be running out of time. Some of you may have spent plenty of time in the creative process. There's nothing left to create. It was just hanging out, so I took it. It was literally sticking out about that much. We'll take this one. Yeah. There's nothing left to create. There's nothing left to do. The Knight of Swords says, okay, your move. Now what? What's coming in? What's that next step? Some of you may be trying to start a family. This is literally a family. Ten of Pentacles with the Empress card out here. So the pressure could be on. I'm getting Marissa Tomei in my head. My biological clock is ticking like this. And at this rate, I ain't never getting married. So, putting the pressure on, yes? Okay. Others of you have just done all you can do. You've exhausted every bit of creative process. And now there's this readiness. It's very ready to get things going. Nine of Pentacles. Nothing left to do. Nine of Pentacles. You've even gone back and checked again. From the 10 to the 9 to the 10. This is pre-Empress energy, Empress energy, right? I'm ready. This is a great plan. This is a great goal. This is a great future vision that you've set yourself up for. The Knight of Swords may say that you're starting to see some momentum for some of you. You could start to see something any day now. So universe might be giving you this indication here that your patience is about to pay off. This is a lot of coin. This is a lot of coin, and this is somebody who's literally just right there. You're just about to pop, and then here we go. Time to get to work. Everything you've invested in is about to have its payday. Tell me about the Fool card. Ooh, look at that Page of Swords just flipping out there. But it came out with too many others. Let's see. Okay, Two of Swords. Page of Swords, Two of Swords. Some of you may not see that this is just about to align for you. This is a very spiritual card with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is divine wisdom. It would take a very attuned, mentally clear individual to trust and have blind faith and trust the process. This could be about trusting the process, but many of you are not really getting that message too clearly here. This is an inability to see the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is that something is just about to be ready for you. Something is just about to open up. As soon as, things get going, all of this time, this preparation time is going to be performance time. It's going to be go time. Then your time will be very limited. You won't have much free time for anything else. Universe could be stalling you a little bit just to make sure you have enough time to get everything ready so that you can really buckle down and get things done. And you're not taking advantage of all of this downtime, of all of this peace. Almost the calm before the storm a little bit. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Your patience needs some work, my darlings. The Hermit card as well. Virgo energy, Taurus energy here. Virgo and Taurus are both earth signs. We've got earth coming out here, earth here, and it's a little saturated with swords, right? This is your mind running away with itself. This is your emotions starting to interfere. We've got some emotional interference where you're, doing your best to keep it together. Another indication of this Fool card, as mentioned in the mini reading, talks about that possibility of you getting anxious enough to maybe pull back, thinking about how to recoup your losses. This is heavy in thought. And the Four of Cups is this disappointment about needing to reconfigure things. With a pair of fours out here. Fours are about the foundation. And there's disappointment regarding what you've began to do, what you need to now regroup and think about. This is about doing that soul searching. Looking for the gratitude of the moment versus what we're not getting. Focus on what you are getting. Focus on what you're about to get. Focus on what you get to do. Not what hasn't happened yet. Based on that wandering, racing mind of yours. Because it's got you stuck in a loop here. We've got these 2 fours. We've got an 8 of swords down here. Let's see. Let's get to it. Judgment card. Tell me about the Judgment card. 6 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Look at everybody's hands all up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Just, oh my God, please, 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 please. This could be a lot of pressure publicly. You could have, told a bunch of people this is happening. This is asking for some divine intervention as well with the Judgment and the Queen of Cups. You could quite successfully see some indications here of things finally starting to give way. Tell me about the 8 of Swords. 3 of Cups. This might just be that you've told people. Here's the 8 of Wands. 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands. You could have told people. This is a very fast energy. There could be people putting some pressure on here with that 3 of Cups. Instead of, bringing solutions, people are just bringing more questions. I feel like you're just getting bombarded with questions. 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups are very inclusive energies about outside influence, putting some pressure, bringing influence into whatever you're thinking and feeling. Everything we think and feel affects our quantum field. And if you're involved with others, that energetic realm is just kind of pinging off the charts here. Tell me about the good old patience card. Let's look at the Temperance. How balanced everything either is needing to be, what they're requesting of you, what they're reminding you. The Moon. 3 of Wands. Okay. 3 of Wands, looking ahead, waiting for your ships to come in. There's a lot of excitement behind this because of the creative process already began. The next step after the 3 of Wands is the 4 of Wands. And again, we're back to the foundation. This is something you can look forward to. But the Moon tends to be all of the outside influence. This is really outside influence. Think about how far away the Moon is and how powerful an influence it has on us. The Moon is so far away from Earth, yet it impacts everything here. The oceans, humans, animals, the light, behavioral patterns. This is so influential. Everything outside of you, and maybe you're not quite aware because of everything you're supposed to be redirecting your focus towards. I think Spirit is asking for you to try to temper your thoughts a little bit. Try to look past the veil of anticipation, anxiety, Try to look past all of this. Look past all of this and stay focused on what is coming in. This is about you getting excited again. Start getting excited about what's going to be happening. This is very important to shift your mindset into this abundance. Awaiting abundance, not awaiting more disappointment. If we focus on disappointment, we recreate it. If we are in a lack mentality, we're creating mental blocks. Physical blocks can manifest from your mental and emotional blocks. We're very powerful creators in that way, especially if you get stuck in a slump of thinking very negatively about somebody. You're throwing all kinds of affirming negative energy towards somebody. It's almost as if you're testing the universe, and that is a game you will not win. You will not win that one. We've got the Emperor, the Chariot, again, taking this drive, this initiative, overcoming all of this by continuing to focus on that down the road abundance that you have had your heart and soul set on. Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups. This is about just getting in attunement. We've got the Devil card, the Fool card. There's the Page of Cups again, and the Ace of Swords. You have to have clarity. You have to have clarity over your dreams, your ideas. You have to think about these in a very positive outlook. You almost have to be obsessive about telling yourself day in, day out, sunrise, sunset, this is going to be a great new beginning. I'm going to have all of my dreams coming true. There is so much fulfillment awaiting me. You have to learn how to push aside the chaos, the disruptions, everything trying to eat away at your mind. You have got to get control over it here. Put your guard up. Focus on your goals. The Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups again. You've got to shift your mindset. Look, here's the Empress. Remember what you're working on. Remember what you're working for. Working towards. I think of this often when we hear about timelines and we're told about the timelines that are coming in. And this is about remembering your future and what you have started and where you're headed. Eventually, your mind will align and bring your physical self to where you see yourself, where you're visualizing yourself. Let's clean this up and get an outcome. Okay, real quick, we've got Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn. All the earth signs are out here. Temperance is Sagittarius, Cancer, and Aries. This is technically Neptune. The moon is Pisces, which I already covered. Okay, let's get an outcome for you. Let's do that. All right, let's get an outcome. What can I tell? There's the foundation. See, I kept talking about the fours. Four of Pentacles here, a firm foundation. Regrouping yourself, starting to figure out where you're going from here. This is about just, you've got this set. This is something that takes a minute to build up. This is taking a minute for you to make sure, for you to be very solid here. Even if you're going back in and re-looking at a budget, or if you're starting to cut back on some things so that you can set yourself up for when you are finally starting to see things start to happen here. We've got the Eight of Wands again with the Justice card. Libra energy. Balance. So the more solid your foundation, everything you can do, everything you can possibly take advantage of, including rest, okay? I said this before. This is about taking advantage of your downtime. If you're about to get so busy and so focused, if you're about to be doing amazing things, starting a family is a lot of work. Starting a new business is a lot of work. Going into a new company is a lot of work. Going to school is a lot of work. Beginning on any new adventure, beginning a new relationship, and it takes a lot of investment of you. There's time spent. There is, attention being paid. There's all kinds of conversations being had. It's a little energetically consuming. Okay, so this is about taking advantage of your downtime before things get more amped up. So including scheduling rest in your path, because when things really start to gear up, you're going to want to make sure that you continue to include that balance, because this is what's going to help you to continue to build. This is about maintaining a solid structure so that nothing is uneven, nothing goes out of tilt to knock you off track. And sticking out. There's the Judgment card again. There's your awakening. This is also about a lot of honesty here. Looking at this very honestly. Yeah, moving forward in a very peaceful way. The World card with the Three of Swords. Stop being your own worst critic. Stop doing yourself a disservice. Also, don't tolerate people trying to bring negativity or doubt or instill their lack mentality into your plans, your process, your timelines, your outcome whenever it's happening. We've got the Ace of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. Here we have you focusing on what you love and that abundance coming in. That's the only thing we need to be working on. There's where all of your success is coming in. The universe is bringing you divine gifts. I've got the Three of Cups with the Five of Cups over here. I have a feeling like everybody's just going to have to just be disappointed and wait. The waiting game. Everybody's just going to have to be disappointed and wait. Even if you have to go silent until you have something to say. Even if you have to go silent. I've done this before where I've just completely pulled back. If I know something, you'll know something. We'll all just wait. All right, let's look at some oracle for you all. I almost feel like you'll need some wisdom. Let's do some wisdom. All right, let's see here. What else can I tell? And why? This is actually pretty awesome. I have number 31 and we have number 21. I believe yesterday's reading was 30 and 40. Very interesting how we're 10 up. We keep rolling 10 up with the summation of 10. Anyway, okay, 21. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do so. This is about going around and just kind of combing through everything and make sure that it's all set and ready. You want to be nice and set and ready. Make room for the new that's coming in. Okay. Let's look at the why. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you towards specific outcomes that are actually aligning into intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, more so about making yourself feel better, because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong. But deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and will bring you even closer to the happiness you seek. Okay. Very good. Let's get a little bit more clarity here. Okay. You have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. Spirit wants you to focus on the positive, focus on what you're creating. Try to do things that you can transmute all of that positivity into something productive and helpful. Also, maybe ways that you can start to create joy in your life if you need to separate yourself from things that are impacting you negatively or setting in that old familiar feeling of lack or doubt, then maybe it's time to start focusing on what you're positive about. Start focusing on the lighter things, the brighter things. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. If you knew how special you truly are, how many people were involved in the creation of you, what it takes to operate the human body day in, day out. I mean, if you sat and thought about it, it is truly remarkable. The intricacies, the specificities of each individual soul, each individual human here on earth, all of our capabilities, all of everything. Treat it with loving care, okay? Be very gentle with it. What would you do with something that was precious and rare? How would you treat it? Okay. No one said this whole life thing was a race. It's okay to slow down. How perfect. You had that first card coming out saying you're just so impatient right now. Very, very, very impatient. That blind leap of faith with that full card. Open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. You've been too in your head. You've been way too in your head. You've been way too in your emotional state, your analytical thinking brain. You need to get back into your heart. Start focusing on joyous things, things you love, things that bring you great pleasure. Okay. So there's that tough decision that you've been putting off. It's fearful. It's understandable to be in fear. You have the strength and bravery to make this decision. You'll feel so much better and lighter once you finally do. I talk about this also. It's about like getting stuff off your plate. Just get it over with. Get it done so you can just get on with your life. That's a big part of this cleaning it up. Those tough things that we've maybe been putting off, those cans we've been kicking down the road. Now may be the time to start looking at those things that may be blocking us. It's time to look at those. Move forward towards the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. Time to bring it in the world. You're ready. It's time. We've got you having a little faith. It's not always easy to do so and trust that everything's going to be okay, yet you still must do exactly that. Whatever you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never even imagined possible. Faith is a beautiful thing, and it's a different experience for everybody. But if you just believe that miracles are possible and that you're worthy and do good into this world and keep on focusing on fulfillment of what your inner calling is asking of you, you're going to start to see miracles unfold before your very eyes. But it's important to stay focused, stay balanced, stay clear in your head, including anything externally that is having impact on that. Not just you, but external forces as well. All right. And don't forget to take a break, collective. I hope that helped. I hope it resonated. If you need to book a personal reading, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box, taking you to my website. You'll also notice I'm booking mentorships. Those have been going fan-flippin-tastic. If you're interested in any of those or have any questions, feel free to reach out. All the way at the bottom of that link tree will show you all the other platforms where I go live and post content. Make sure that you're following me. This will help you be alert anytime I go live or post content anywhere else. Until next time, collective, all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. You'll take care.